stuff down. Okay? So friends, you know what? I'm happy to do this because it takes it off my plate. I won't check any more homework assignments from here to the end. And I'll base your grade solely on tests and quizzes. My friends, I am so sick and tired of hearing from parents that are like, oh, they get perfect on their homeworks, but they do bad on the quiz. Friends, when we walk by and look at homework, what do you got? Okay. What do you got? Okay. Did we just verify that everything's correct on your paper? No. Okay? I'm so tired of that some of you are trying to skimp by and then try and put the blame back on myself and Ms. Stone that something's not taking place. Friends, I am videoing every lesson. I have video documentation of what I am doing. Okay? Some of you, and now granted, if you're trying to work hard, it's going to come. Those of you who are like, oh, I'll just do this, oh, I'll just do this, because you're just trying to skimp by, and then when we come to you each and every day and say, you know, you have homework, oh, I forgot. How did you forget? We give homework at least 4 times a week. It's pathetic that you are in high school and you're like, oh, I forgot. Now, I get it. Life happens from time to time. Agree? Life happens where Aunt Edna comes into town and wants to take you out all to dinner and you got home late. I get it. But there are some people that are in this class and in my 5th period every day. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot. How'd you find your way back here? How do you find your way back to school every day, but you can't remember to do homework?
I get tripping to school.
Okay, we're not.
So, it's really frustrating that I have up on the board in order. Constant, linear, quadratic, cubic, in order. And then I have monomial, binomial, trinomial, in order. And I have people that are writing words that aren't even related to any of the things to match. Now, yeah, I had some people that rather than put an A in number 17, they put linear or linear binomial. Okay, that's fine. That's not really a mistake. I have no idea. I can't do this. This is too hard. What? So, friends, this is how, starting on today's assignment, and for the rest of the year, it's going to take place. You have attempted your homework in its entirety. When you walk into the class, you get a 4 out of 4. You're writing down stuff as we are checking off stuff, you get a 0. Okay? I'm not doing any wiggle room. I am so fed up with, well, they're getting perfect on their homeworks. Dude, have I ever picked up one homework assignment from any of you? No. I'm not doing it. We don't do it. We take a look. Did you try what we gave you? Okay? Friends, equate your test scores to like that's the game, or that's the recital, or that's the competition. All the practice that the people people come to see the game. No, when we go and watch our basketball team play, or we go and watch a concert or a theater production, is the theater or the stadiums or the gyms full of people watching practice? The answer is no. And I know one people, I know this one practice I always go to. Dude, I'm not looking for the one arbitrary value. I'm looking for people go to watch the game because the game is what counts. People don't watch the practice. Okay? The practice that you have is your homework. Your homework is your practice. It means really nothing. It counts for like 25% of your grade, but it means nothing when you get a 3 out of 27 on a test or quiz. Okay? So, friends, it's really frustrating. I mean, when I had as much as I had written up on that board, and I had people leave stuff blank, the matching blank entirety, it was all written. I have people coming up to me who are doing this. I'm stuck on this problem. Do I go 3 times 4 times 2 times 1? No. Well, what do I do? Well, not that. Do anything besides that, and you're going to probably get closer. But some of you are going to repeat this course. Okay? And this goes for any CP Algebra 1 class.
Not just ours.
Some of you might be even repeating this course this year, and you're probably like, I don't want to repeat. Okay? Figure it out. Okay? This is not middle school. For those of you who are freshmen, this is not middle school. We're not going to just move you along. Oh, my mom's going to call in and make sure I get to the class I want. Nope. Yeah, your mom can call and gripe all they want. Well, you're not teaching. Okay, well, I have video documentation I taught. And I've even put it back on parents saying, hey, if I'm not teaching, do me a favor, can you watch my videos and tell me how I can improve? There's no answer to that. I mean, I would love it if I had some parent who was an unbelievable mathematician who said, yeah, let me take a look at your videos. I want to see how you're doing, and I'll tell you how to improve. I got 10,000 videos on my YouTube page. Okay, I have 187 people who subscribe to it. Some people are people that I have had in class. Some are people I have no idea who these people even are.
Yeah.
I've got emergency things for you. Is your left on copy machine back?
Are they mine?
Are you Epic Medical Careers?
Am I?
But also too,
Am I?
it's so just like surface, it's game time.
Someone wrote it on the back
Right?
of it. I thought that was yours.
For some of you, you're gonna be like, oh, all right, cool.
someone made a copy. That was what I handed you guys as
You're
a...
gonna make a massive impact.
This
A
is
massive
standard
change.
analysis.
That
The
wasn't mine.
reason why me and Stuart are frustrated
wasn't.
with
Must
this
be
is
Anderson. I
because
assume.
for me,
I just
I
assumed
feel
I saw
like
it.
I'm working harder than some of you are. Right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Trust me, me and Stirrup, we have gone through some crap in our lives. So we get it when something horrible happens or something unexpected happens. We get it. We're probably the only two that truly understands that. But here's the thing, even with that, there's
41.
still an expectation. And some of you are not even getting close to it. Okay? I've been saying this a lot to kids. Improve of 1% or 100% per day, but improve by some type of percent each day. Because if you don't and you want to change something and you don't change who you are and you keep doing it over and over and over, that's actually called insanity. Okay? Now, if you guys are struggling, you need to tell us. I can't read your brain. I would love to. It would make my job so much easier. But when you are struggling, it's okay to say you're struggling. How can me and Stir help you? We want you guys to be successful. Truly. We want you guys to be the best that you guys can be and be successful in life. Okay? But we can't do that unless you guys tell us you're struggling. And if you're not
37.
struggling, that's fine.
37.
Great. Okay? So keep that in mind. Get better. It's game time now.
You want to know something else that we can, as teachers, see? And I've caught parents lying about this. I can do something called a net access summary, meaning I can see what email addresses have looked at your grades, including you, and how often, and when, and what time. I've actually had parents say, I had no idea my child's doing bad. And I'll look at it saying, is this your email address? Yeah. Oh, there must be something going on in our IT department. What do you mean? Well, if this email address is checked your child's grade 255,321 times so far this semester, including 11 times in the last 5 minutes.
Like, that's actually, like, based on a true story, like, dead serious.
And I get the parents going, yeah, I was lying. I knew my kid was doing bad.
Or even kids. Kids have also done that, too.
I mean, it's amazing what we can see.
Yeah.
And you know, I always play it that the IT department made a mistake and there's a virus in our system that's matriculated as being bad. But I mean, I will tell you, there are some parents, we've gone, you know, Ms. Stone can verify this. We as teachers, when we go to hear other teachers speak, we are the worst students. Not me and Ms. Stone, but teachers are the worst students that there are. We find anything else to do other than listen to what the person's saying. So you all that sit there say, oh, it's hard for me to listen, trust us, we get it. So Mr. Dwyer actually had a student a couple of years ago when we were pulling it up that the parent had checked their child's grade, and this was only in October, over 9,000 times. So August, September, October. That parent needs a hobby. I know. That parent needs a hobby.
And also, just a reminder, communication, communication, communication. If you are struggling, you need to tell us. That means not only if you say, for example, you're doing the homework for 10 minutes a day and you're getting it complete and you're like, all right, I'm getting this, I'm not getting this. Well, when you come to class, if you're not getting something, write down what you're not getting. If you don't want to share it in front of the class, that's fine. But pull me and stir up aside. That's a simple thing you can do for you. A second thing, if you're like, I'm really stressed about this test, I'm really worried about this, we try to give you a week in advance. You have an entire week of off periods that you can come see me and him, either one of us. And I'm off first, second, fourth, sixth, and I know he's the opposite of me. So I don't even think we have a period where we're not off.
Yeah, 4, 7, 8 for me.
So use that time for you and be honest with yourself. If you're studying for 10 minutes for a test and your last test you got a fat F, should you be studying 10 minutes? No. You should be studying 30 minutes one day, 30 minutes another day. I don't need you to study 3 hours in one day. That's not beneficial. You need to chunk it over. You need to plan. If you don't have a planner, get a freaking planner. If you don't have a tool to remember things, get something. Because here's the thing. When you get older and when you're out in the real world, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to tell you about my last job. I was late on 3 assignments in my whole 3 years of career. They go, yep, you're done, you're fired. I lost my job because I was late 3 times for 3 reasons that I could not physically control. Jobs will replace you. They will. Because here's the thing, it's a business. They don't care if you're late on something. They don't care if your dog died. They don't care. Some do. But shoot, my last place they cared about me and they still let me go. Because of 3 reasons. That's it. And I put hours and hours and hours into that job. They don't care. It's business. And that's any job. Same with restaurants. Had 2 funerals. Asked them to get those off. They said, suck it up. Find someone to cover for you. It was my grandparents. They didn't care. They didn't care about what was going on in my life. All they cared about was someone was covering my shift. So remember that. That's why in school, we're strict on this. That's why, because we're trying to prepare you guys for the real world, because the real world is not nice. And some of you know that. Okay? So think about that. I know we're starting off on a venting between me and Sterling. We don't want that to be like this. But we want this to be a wake-up call for some of you, because some of you need a wake-up call. Okay?
All right, let's do math. Like, no, but this is more fun. I am on page 37 of the book. You still with me? And I'm halfway down. You good? Now, friends, we have been multiplying and distributing and double distributing and putting things together to get binomials and trinomials and polynomials. Agree? Now we're going to start breaking them down. Now, I'm going to show a very simple method that will apply and will apply and will apply throughout math. Now, you're going to get to other math teachers that might say, well, why don't you do it this way? because your brain might not work that way, and it doesn't mean you're broken. Okay? So, problem number one. First off, with problem number one, does everyone feel comfortable with problem number one that I cannot add 2x and 8 together? Everyone feels comfortable. Those can't be added. They're not like terms. Agree? Okay. But what I want to do is I want to break this down. So, can I break 2 down any further, or is 2 basically the same thing as 1 times 2 and that's about it?
That's difficult.
Yeah, into whole numbers. I realize I can break it into fractions, but we don't like fractions, so we ain't going to do it. So do you agree that 2 times x is the same thing as 2 times x, like that?
Yeah.
Okay, now, ready? What 2 numbers multiplied together to give me 8?
4 and 2.
4 and 2, agree?
Yeah.
Can I break 2 down any further? Well, it didn't break down the first one. Can I break 4 down any further?
Yes.
What does 4 break down to?
2.
Okay, so I want you to think about what I just did. Okay, hang on. Let's pause there for a minute. If I were to go 2 times 2, I get 4. Agree? And if I multiply 4 times another 2, I get 2?
I get 8.
8? So I have broken these 2 parts down to the smallest components. I've broken down something that's called prime factors. A prime number is a number that cannot be broken down any further into whole numbers being multiplied together. Does that make sense? Okay, so 2x is 2 times x. 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, so basically I'm breaking 8 down. I'm going 8 is the same thing as 2 times 4. 4 breaks down to 2 times 2. That's where these 3 2's came from. All right, so look in between my 2 terms that I have sitting there right now. Yeah.
So the 2x, do you have to implement that into the 8?
Nope. So what we're going to do is we're going to undistribute. What do I have in common between these 2 items? What looks to be the same between those 2? 6? I don't have a 6 there. Oh, 2. Okay. So I have a 2 and I have a 2. I have to pick one of the 2's. Okay? Do I have a 2? Do you feel comfortable that between the 2x part and the 8 part, there's a 2 in common? Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that 2 out in front, and I'm going to put a set of parentheses. If I factor a 2 out of 2x, what's left? If I factor a 2 out of 2x, what's left? X. There's a plus sign. It's going to go right here. If I factor a 2 out of 2 times 2 times 2, how many 2's are left?
3.
If I factor a 2 out of 2 times 2 times 2, how many 2's are left? 2. So these are the only 2 that are left. What's 2 times 2? Friends, we just factored it. Okay, now, how you can double check to see if this is right. Ready? What we just got done doing. Distributing. 2 times x is? 2x. 2 times 4 is?
8.
This is the broken down version of this. We just undid it. We reverse engineered it. Yeah.
You just like divide the 2 and then...
You could. And I love that you see it that way. But what you have to be careful with, make sure that 2 that you divide by is out front now. It doesn't go bye-bye. Okay? The only time it'll go bye-bye is if I had it equal to something and you divided both sides by the 2. Then it can go bye-bye.
So with the next one, you can just basically divide it by 3 and it'll be
So you're seeing the 3?
3x.
So
Negative 4? Or
12 is 3 times 4. 4 is 2 times 2. So what you're saying is I could just get rid of this 3? That 3 is the common thing?
I'm saying like your answer would be 3 plus 2x minus 4.
That's it. I love that you're seeing it that way. I'm just going to break down in the prime components, but you're seeing it that way, so please do it too. Okay? As long as your answers match my answer. Deal? All right. So take a look at what we just did on number 2. 3 was not going to break down any further. Okay, so I have 3x, and then 12 is going to break down to 3 times 4. And some of you are like, wait. 12 is also 2 and 6. Agree? So think about how I get to 12. I can go 1 times 12. That's not breaking it down. I can go 2 times 6. Agree? And I can go 3 times 4. Okay? 2 times 6 breaks down to 2 times 2 times 3. 3 times 4 breaks down to 3 times 2 times 2. Are these the same, just in a different order?
What was your question?
Problem number 3, x squared. How do I get to x squared in its basic parts?
1 squared, so R1 squared.
Not 1 squared. What times what gives me x squared? X times x. Very good. X times x, x squared. Agree? X to the first times x to the first. We add the exponents to get to x to the second.
Yes.
5 is not going to break down. X is not going to break down. What do I have in common between these two now? X. I don't want that pen. I want this pen. I have an x and I have an x. I'm going to pull the x out in front and I'm going to create a set of parentheses. If x comes out front, what do I have left that I haven't highlighted? X plus 5. Done. Now, double check it. Make sure you did it right. Okay? We learned this earlier. X times x, x squared. X times 5, 5x.
So like this is like the reversal process of what we just learned.
We're just undoing it.
We're just undoing it. It's like reverse. Okay?
We're going to go real fancy. This is reverse engineering the problem. Yeah, baby. Yeah. What do we have in common between those two?
Y.
Y comes out front. Cool. So, hey, can I break this down any further? Or can I break this down any further?
No.
No, so what do I have in common between the two? I have a y. Okay, so if I have y in common, y comes out front. What stays in the parentheses? 3x plus 2. Done. Friends, you are on your way. You're on your way. Okay. Can I move to the next page, or are there any questions that I can answer on 1 through 4? So these are all the answers to each of these individual problems. Notice I have parentheses that are there. I keep the addition and subtraction signs there. Okay? May I move forward?
Yes.
Thank you. Problem number 5. 4 is the same thing as 2 times 2. Agree? You think? What did you factor out? What did you factor out? Real close. You're real close. I'm going to show you where you goofed. Nope. It's close though. Hey, x squared breaks down to what? X squared breaks down to what?
2x.
X times x. Minus, does 2 break down?
No.
Does x break down?
No.
Friends, between these two sets of terms, what do I have in common? X.
And 2. Wait.
I have an x, agree? And I have a 2. Do you agree?
Yes.
Does that seem okay? All right, ready? So what's coming out front? 2. What else? 2 and an x. All right? Okay. If I factor a 2x out of 22xx, what do I have left on 22xx? 2 and an x. There's a minus sign. If everything factors out, what do you think I have to have as a placeholder? Not x. Not 0. Not 2.
A 1.
A 1. Okay. So that's a trickier one. Okay, let's think about this real quick. So this is truly the answer, but let's verify this works. 2 times 2 is 4. Agree? X times x is x squared. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times negative 1. Is that going to give me minus 2x? Okay, so this is the factored version. So some of you are real hesitant, even though I had a 200x highlighted on both, are like, I can't possibly factor an entire 2x out of something and leave it behind. Well, you're not. You're leaving a 1 behind. Because 1 times any number is that number as long as it's not 0. Okay? What did I do?
She threw away a part of the can.
Oh.
And here's the thing, if you do that again, you'll be out of my class. Got it?
I take a stroll.
Where'd you find the candy
Go to
cane?
your gym, because that's totally fine.
What in
My office?
yeah. I asked him inside.
Oh. Why are you begging for food next door? Did you go through my lunchbox too? Did you steal my apple?
I did.
Okay.
I stole your apple.
Okay. Good thing I brought 2 apples today.
No, I stole the other apple.
Oh. All right.
And I ate it this morning.
Hey friends, let's dial back in. Number 6. Notice number 6 has 3 terms. Number 6 has 3 terms. We have a 2x to the third is a term. We have 4x squared is another term. And we have 8x as a third term. Does that feel comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. So let's break 2x to the third down. 2x to the third is how many x's?
2.
X times x times x is x to the third. Agree?
Yes.
Minus 4 breaks down to what times what?
4 times x. 2 times.
How can I break 4 down? Break 4 way down.
Oh, to the second.
2 times 2? How many x's?
Oh, shoot. That's bad.
How many x's? Minus 8 breaks down to 2 times 4. 4 breaks down to 2 times 2. So what does 8 break down to with all of its base numbers? 2 times 2 times 2. And then, what do I have still left on the 8x? X. Cool. All right. What do we have in common?
The 2 and the x.
I have a 2, and a 2, and a 2. Agree? Are there any more 2's that I have in common between all 3 terms? Nope. I have a single x here, a single x here, and a single x here. Okay, so what did I factor out of all 3 of those terms? 2x. Very good. So 2x comes out. So I factor a 2x out of 2xxxx. 2xxx, excuse me. How many x's are left? So x times x is? X times x is? X times x is?
X squared.
X squared minus, if I factor a 2 and an x out of 2xx, what do I have left? If I factor a 2x out of 22xx, what do I have left? What did I not highlight? And? X, good. All right, minus. I have to erase that because I ran out of room. Okay. If I factor a 2x out of this, what do I have left? 2. How many? How many 2's? What's 2 times 2?
4.
Done. Let's verify we did it right. 2x times x squared is 2x to the third, right? Because x to the first times x to the second, add the exponents. Then I'm going to go 2x times negative 2x. Do I get negative 4x squared?
Yeah.
If I go 2x times negative 4, do I get negative 8x? We're factoring. We're factoring. Number 7. Oh my gosh, we got x and y. Okay, let's not panic. Stir up, pull it together. 3, does 3 break down? No. What does x squared break down to? What does y squared break down to?
Y times y.
What does 6 break down to?
6.
Nope.
3 times 2.
3 times 2 or 2 times 3. X, it's not going to break down. What does y squared break down to? Y. Good. Okay. We good so far?
This is weird.
I know.
All right. It should make your brain feel funny. I have a 3 in common between these. Agree? What else? I have a single x and a single x. What else?
Y.
How many?
4. 2. Well, there's 2.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to factor out of each. So I factor a 3x yy. What's yy?
Y2.
Y squared or y2? I like it. All right. What do I have left? If I factored a 3xyy out of this first one, what do I have left? What's not underlined or dotted? X plus. What do I have left here that is not underlined or dotted?
2.
Done.
It's so weird, this is
Yeah, we're breaking things apart.
I don't understand.
What part? How? You understand that two numbers multiply together to get another number, yes?
I don't understand how.
Okay, I'm just asking you a simple question. You understand that if I multiply two numbers together, I get another number, right? So pretty much every number out there, like if I add 10, 10 breaks down to 2 times 5. Yes, I understand 1 times 10 is also 10, but I'm looking to break
I
it.
want to go for something that's small.
Yeah, I want to break it down into prime numbers. I don't want to break it down into 1.
You want to break it down into small numbers.
And then, so think about this. Let me just go forward. Let me go forward the screen. Are you okay that x to the 5th is the same thing as x times x times x times x times x?
I'm okay with that.
So you're good. You're happy. And it doesn't. And if I change letters, this is going to be this.
Yeah, why?
And if I changed it to z to the 3rd, that's z times z times z. You're good there. Then are you okay that like the number 18 is the same thing as saying 2 times 9?
Yes.
And then 2 is not going to break down, but 9 breaks down to 3 times 3. So that means that 18 is the same thing as 2 times 3 times 3.
Okay, I understand that, but what I don't understand is where I put those numbers.
Okay, so but you're okay with everything that's on this screen right now. We're heads up. Okay, all we're doing now is we're just kind of putting it together. So let's say we had something like this. Let's say we had, this is not our thing, 4x squared y to the 3rd plus 10x to the 3rd y to the 2nd plus 18xy.
So I would start
Okay.
with saying that the 4
So-
is 2 times 2,
2 times 2, okay.
x times x, then y times y times y.
I love it.
And then I would add 10 times, and then I'd split that
What-
with 2 times 5, so 2 times 5, and then x times y. And then 18 I'd be 9 times 2.
18 is 9 times 2. What is so 18 is 9 times 2. What? How can I break 9 down?
3 times 3.
3 times 3 times 2, and then xy, right? So we're solid with the 3 colors.
Yeah.
Okay. So but I just want to make sure. Does everyone feel comfortable at this point? Anyone like, wait a minute, where did something come from?
This is good. Please raise your hand.
And realize I didn't necessarily put all the dots in between, but theoretically there is a dot to multiply in between everything like that.
It's a little confusing. There's only like one x and you underline.
Okay.
There's 2 x's. That's what.
Well, x squared is xx, right? Okay. So let's bring some statistics involved. Ready? Do you think if I have x and x next to each other, that those x's have any difference between the two? No, they don't know, right? So let's slowly go through this. So Timon, looking just at the numbers, the blue, the red, and the green, what number does the blue, the red, and the green have in common? Just the 2? So I'm going to circle this 2 here, this one here, and this one here. It doesn't matter which ones I select, as long as I pick one out of each. Okay? All right, ready? So I know so far a 2 is coming out. Okay? I'm not done with the problem, but I feel comfortable with that. Do you feel comfortable with that as well? Okay. Now, something else is going to take place. Now I'm going to highlight. I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to go blue. So I have XX on this first one, I have XXX on the second one, and I have a single X on the third one. How many X's do I have in common between the 3 colors? How much? 1. I have this one. I have this one. It doesn't matter which one I pick. And I have this one. Again, it doesn't matter which one I picked. So far, A 2 and a what can factor out of all three terms? An x.
Oh.
Good so far?
Oh, just, it would just be just x with no power. Well, first power. But,
What do you got, Jack?
So when you're doing into the equation, where does like the other x?
Oh, we're gonna fill that in here in a second. All I'm doing is I'm just pulling out what I have in common out first. I haven't done any parentheses or anything, but I'm gonna get to it in a sec. Good question.
all right.
All right, ready? Ready? What's the most y's that all three of those terms, the blue, the red, and the green, have in common? 1. I have this one here, I have this one here, and I have, say, this one here. Doesn't matter which one I pick, as long as I pick one from each. So what factored out of all three of those terms right now guaranteed? I get 2xy. Now I'm going to set up this set of parentheses. Okay? So my friends, be really cautious. What has not been highlighted right here? X, what else? 2, what else? What else?
2. Oh.
Yeah, I have 2x, y, y, right?
2xy the second.
So this, so let's just write this. I have this that I haven't highlighted in that first one. I'll put it together here in a second. The plus sign comes down. Still with me?
Yes.
What do I have here?
5x.
5xxy. Very good. And what do I have here?
3.
3 times 3. Okay? Do you see where everything went? Anyone stuck? Now, we're not quite done with the problem. We just have to clean it up a little bit.
That's what you do with the ones that are not highlighted.
Yep. So 2xy is here. So if I clean this up a little bit, what am I going to get on this very first part?
2xy.
Y to the second. Because y times y is y to the second.
Yeah.
Okay, so that first one's cleaned up. What if I clean up this one? What do I get?
5x to the power
Good. Plus, if I clean this up, what do I get?
9.
Done. There's nothing else to combine. I do not have like terms anywhere in there that I can combine. That is the broken down version of that problem. Okay, now that's a tougher problem. But do you see all of the different colors I used? I mean, I used different colors, breaking them down. Then I used different highlighters to say what I had in common. And then whatever wasn't highlighted goes back into the parentheses. And then I clean it up. I put things together. If I had XXX that didn't get highlighted, I'm going to have x to the third because x times x times x is x to the third. Okay?
And these are good skills to use also, not only in this class, but other classes. Physically writing the steps down one by one. Yes, is it annoying at first? Yeah, it totally is. But then it's going to slowly start coming natural. But it's that breaking it down for yourself, using colors, using different techniques. This will help you, especially on the quiz when you're like, I'm not sure about this. Let me work it out. And then let me go through my steps and see where I've hit my error. Okay, that's a huge, huge skill to learn.
Friends, this right here shows a thought process. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of you that are going to go from the original to this, and there's no thought process that we can see. So what happens is, let's say I don't see a thought process that takes place, and you get this as the wrong answer. I can't award points for something I don't see. Okay? This would be like a 3-point problem. If you got down to right here, and let's just say someone got the wrong answer and they put like 7x plus 2, and that's all they put. There's nothing else shown. This is 3 points off. Okay? But let's say someone showed this thought process right up here, and they tried to translate it down, but they got it, just missed it. They missed one value. This could be only 1 point off, and you could still earn 2 of the 3 points. I'd rather earn 2 out of 3 points than miss all 3 points. I get so many arbitrary guesses. Like people are going to say, okay, we're dealing with an infinite number of numbers, but I'm going to arbitrarily try to guess what the answer is going to be from an infinite number set. You can't do it. Okay? Yes, we stay with smaller numbers to get you the thought process based on it. Let me finish those last two problems. All right. So before we get to these last two, does everyone feel comfortable that number 8 and number 9 look a little tiny bit different than what we just did?
Yeah.
Does everyone feel comfortable they look a little bit different? I haven't even started them yet, but 8 and 9 look a little different. Agree? All right. Ready? Ready? Between this and this, what do I have the same? X what? What else with 2?
Minus 2.
I have an x minus 2 and I have an x minus 2. Do you feel comfortable with what I just did? You're absolutely right. Does that make sense? So what do I have in common between those two? I have an x minus 2. Okay? Other parenthesis. What do I have left that I did not pull out? X and? What's in between? What's in between? Done.
Remember to always bring that in between, that plus sign, together to your second part.
No, there's no solving. There's not an equal sign.
Oh.
Oh, you can try and foil it out, but don't. Don't. You're working too hard. So all you're doing is, I have two terms. I have the x quantity, x minus 2, as one term, and I have 5 and x minus 2 as the other term. So look at the very last problem. So what do I have in common between this and this? X plus 3. I have this and this. Do you agree? Okay, so in parentheses, because it's already in parentheses, x plus 3 comes out front. What do I have in the other set of parentheses? What did not get yellow highlighted?
4 minus x cubed.
4 minus x squared. Good. Done.
Could it also be negative x second?
Yeah, but I just, for now, just keep it in the order. It's done. Friends. 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 I am going to assign you page 39 and 40. 39 and 40. This is PEF. This is PEF number 7. I want you to do the odds only. So why did I say this is PEF number 7? Because if you go into the folder for the PEF answers, you go to PEF number 7, you click on it, it gives you a 3-minute video and works every one of them out. I want you to do this. I want you to try the odds. Friends, if you are not happy with what you scored on the last quiz, let's change now what happens in the future. I can't change the past. Got it? Good.